G'day and welcome to CruiseAway. I'm Jo Grimwood. This is Derek Marks, and you're watching the only show on TV that showcases amazing holiday deals that you can book from the comfort of your own sofa. In fact, in today's show, you'll be able to do that for an exclusive low deposit from only $99 per person.
Super exciting. Plus, the exclusive benefits of booking with CruiseAway don't stop there. We've got some amazing prices coming your way, plus some free onboard credit. And it's all because we've teamed up with the biggest name in cruising to bring you something rather exciting throughout February.
Here at CruiseAway, we've teamed up with Carnival Cruise Line to bring you an exclusive TV offer throughout February. Book any Australia 2023 sailing on board Carnival Splendor from Sydney or Carnival Luminosa from Brisbane, and you'll enjoy the best cruise prices guaranteed. Not only that, but we'll also include free onboard credit for you to spend on the ship, as well as ultra-low deposits so you can secure your holiday today. On sailings with a duration of 3 to 5 days, you'll receive a handy $70 per cabin onboard credit and can book your cruise today for only $5 deposit per person. If your Carnival cruise is 6 days or longer, you'll receive a whopping $150 per cabin and can book today for just a $99 deposit per person. It's exclusive to CruiseAway, so don't miss out. Take advantage of the best prices, free onboard credit and low deposits. You must book your Carnival cruise by the 28th of February to secure this incredible TV exclusive offer.
O to the M to the G, let me tell you, what a fabulous opportunity. And I tell you what, this is brilliant. Let me just tell you in a nutshell what we're going to be doing in this show. And I would say jump on these offers as quickly as you possibly can. In the first half of the show, we've got 3 opportunities for you to cruise no fly from Brisbane on the brand new addition to the Carnival fleet. That's the Luminosa. She's just arrived in Queensland just in December, actually, just a few weeks ago. And then in the second half of the show, we're going to be cruising from Sydney for another 3 spectacular deals that you just don't want to miss. And the reason I've got such a big smile on my face, by the way, is not just because I'm a cheeky little chappy, but every time I think of my time on a Carnival cruise, there is this just absolutely global feel-good factor from the second you step on right the way through your cruise, isn't there? It's just
they're the
like
fun ships,
yeah.
And it's not a contrived sense of fun.
Oh no.
Carnival, I always think Carnival is the perfect name. It is literally like every day's a carnival when you're on one of these vessels. They just have this innate sense of fun, and everything, it's built into everything that happens on board, from the dining through to the activities and entertainment. It's like, I mean, it's not also just for younger people. It really traverses all age groups, Carnival, and it brings out the fun, that sense of childhood play in all of us, I always think, too.
Yeah. And everyone's on the same page, you know what I mean? From the cruise director to the whole cruise, the kind of activities like live game shows and all kinds of really fun things that happen.
Gets you out of your comfort zone, but in a good way.
Yes.
Like not in a way that's going to detriment your enjoyment of your itinerary and of your cruise.
Absolutely. So let's take the first of our opportunities then. This is 11 nights on the brand new addition to the fleet, Carnival Luminosa. And we're cruising to Papua New Guinea, which we don't do often, actually. You don't see it often on cruise itineraries. So the 19th of November, on to Luminosa in Brisbane. And I tell you what, she was here just back in December, being welcomed into Brisbane, as you can see. And I tell you what, there has been such a carnival atmosphere surrounding her arrival. Pardon the pun, but it's so true. The excitement that it has brought with it is palpable. Yeah.
Everyone's excited to have Luminosa in Brisbane for the season, and it's going to be what everyone's talking about. And you can see they have loads of character entertainers out and about to promote, but actually when you are on board the ship, they have Fun Ship Freddy, which is the motto of Carnival. They've got all the fun kind of Carnival things, and it's all about getting your team, getting your family, getting your group together and having a great holiday. But that being said, you know, if you are a solo cruiser, there's also great activities for you on board the ship as well. So It's wonderful for all age groups. It's wonderful for all walks of life. It's wonderful for all different tastes too. And talking of tastes, I mean, when you're on board the Luminosa, with it being the newest addition to the Carnival fleet, the food is going to be absolutely spectacular. I tell you what, they do comfort food like no other ship, whether it's delicious pizzas cooked to order 24 hours, great burgers, delicious fries, all the healthier options. You'll find something depending on what you're feeling like. And it's nice, isn't it? Because when you're on holiday, sometimes you just think, oh, I don't really know what I want. Well, guess what? You get to walk up to the buffet and be like, oh, that's what I want actually. Yeah. And it's all right there for you. And of course, this is all included in your adventure when you are on board a cruise ship.
And if you've been on a Carnival ship before, of course, there'll be restaurants that you're familiar with, that you'll want to go back. They're all there, don't you worry. Guy's Burgers is there. Fahrenheit 555 is there. The Steakhouse, which is brilliant. And a brand new restaurant called Jibang, which is Chinese and Mexican together, which is a really interesting fusion, actually,
isn't it? I love that. You've got the Bonsai Sushi Express, grab and go sushi, sashimi, and all your favourites. We're going to be cruising out of Brisbane. We have 2 days at sea, and we're going to be heading straight into the Conflict Islands. This is a group of 21 atolls lying within the Milne Bay province of Papua New Guinea, between Milne Bay and Messina Island. Very interesting place to visit, lots of wildlife. Alatu is going to be your next port, Papua New Guinea, where you can see the War Memorial Park, or head up to the lookout on Top Town for lovely views over this port of call. Then we're on to Rabwao, also in Papua New Guinea, and these are very volcanic islands. So you can go and see, you know, Mount Taveur, or heading over to Kiriwina, also again part of Papua New Guinea. We have the Yakala village, and this is a really nice thing to do when you're on this itinerary. See how the locals live. Back into the Conflict Islands again. You've got beautiful marine life in this part of the world. So reef snorkeling is going to be an absolute must. We have a couple of days at sea, seeing us back into Brisbane, where we will disembark after this very unique itinerary, seldom seen, heading all the way over to the islands of Papua New Guinea. Beautiful paradise at your feet when you're on this trip.
I love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. You know what? You could not wish for a better combination of a brand new ship and what feels like a brand new itinerary as well. We haven't seen a lot of cruise activity in this part of the world before, so this is a really nice way of combining what is that new ship experience, or that new addition to the Carnival fleet, with all the favourites and some new favourites as well, going to a really, really different and new place. And you've got plenty of time to kind of do your homework on this one as well, because of course we're not going until the 19th of November. Now, of course, we have got an exclusive offer to give you here, and we really have squeezed every single dollar out of the price tag to give you these exclusive numbers. So the numbers are not going to be nice round retail price numbers. They're going to look odd because we have squeezed out every single dollar that we can. And we can put just a $99 deposit down today to make this happen. The price tag, by the way, I have absolutely no worries about whatsoever, because this, look at this, for 11 fabulous nights of Carnival cruising, we're looking at $1,664 per person. Now, you can see that's a very, very odd price tag, because it has been shrunk and squeezed so that every dollar of value has been squeezed out. And of course, we have an exclusive for you as well. 150 Australian dollars of onboard credit per cabin. That's $75 each for you to spend on whatever you want to while you're on board, whether it's pamper treatments, whether it's drinks, whether it's specialty dining. There's lots and lots of different choices for you, but that is coming to you from us with our love as well. But make sure you've booked this by the 28th of February to get those exclusive savings too. So let's have a little look at the details on this one. So if you want to upgrade your cabin to ocean view, or indeed to balcony as well, do you know what? Most of your onboard credit actually would probably justify doing your doing a little bit of an upgrade there as well, if you think about it, because you're getting that back, aren't you, on money to spend on board. So maybe you think of it that I'm going to be getting $150 for onboard spend, so maybe I go, okay, I'll spend that extra $100 each to go ocean view. It's up to you completely and utterly. It is incredible. And remember, this is exclusive to us here at CruiseAway. And remember that booking, the only caveat is that we need to have booked this by the 28th of February to get the exclusive elements that we've got to this. Call us now, toll free, 1300 306 134 is our telephone number to dial. And I tell you what, we've got amazing sale offers for the sailings on Splendor and Luminosa right the way through to December this year as well. I tell you what, if you are brand new to us here at CruiseAway, first of all, welcome. It's lovely to have your company. Don't move a muscle because we've got so much more to show you. And I want to talk to you about us here at CruiseAway and why you can trust us with our long experience in the cruise industry.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
So there you go. That's about us and how long we've been in the cruise business. And I have to say that our team, the team behind us at CruiseAway, their experience is golden, let me tell you. All of the ships, they know those little secrets as well, those little answers to questions that you might have in the back of your mind that you're thinking, okay, what should I wear? How many formal nights? You know, all of those kind of things that roll around in your head that sometimes stop you from booking a holiday like this. Yeah. You know, that's why you should call and ask those questions, because you should never sit there and wonder and think, oh, actually, well, these holidays look really, really nice. You know, look, the videos,
We're
the
happy
ships.
to help. We're your travel concierge, basically, and we can ensure it's the most fuss-free, pleasurable experience. You know, so you know, if you've been someone in the past that's felt stressed out booking travel and holidays, welcome to our world, because that's not going to happen again when you book with CruiseAway.
Yeah.
So we've got everything taken care of for you.
Hand it all over to us. It's as simple as that. Right, should we do another one of these holidays then? Remember, we've got exclusive savings as well on everything in this show. The only thing is we say to you, book by the 28th of February. So you've got a bit of thinking time, but to make the savings, just make sure you've booked it by the end of February. We're going to take a 7-night cruise to the Great Barrier Reef right now on the brand new Luminosa. 15th of October for this one. Now you'll join Luminosa in Brisbane. And this video is going to give you a little bit of flavour of cruising with Carnival, because we saw obviously her arrival and the celebrations of her arrival. But this is an idea of the kind of fun and the atmosphere that you have on board. And do you know the thing that strikes me most, Joe, is when you move from a bar to an entertainment space to a restaurant, they're all very different. It's not like you're seeing the same theme throughout the whole ship.
Yeah, every single room, every single lounge, every single space on board has its own unique identity. It's all about fun, of course, is the firm feature, and that sweet shop is brilliant, by the way.
Yeah,
delicious.
really good.
You've got Guy's Burgers, you've got mini golf on board, you've got the Carnival Waterworks with the epic water slides, the Alchemy Bar. So whether you're wanting to grab just a little bite out on deck or indeed go and have a full sit-down meal, there's something for any time of the day, whatever you're feeling. And believe me, this is going to be a brilliant one to bring the kiddos with you on, all the grandkids, because there's tons to keep them entertained. You probably won't see them for most of the trip, to be quite honest. Yeah. Dance classes, they have the professional dance cast. It will teach you different dances on board. There's also quizzes, bingo, trivia, game shows, which are so much fun. You've got your karaoke, you've got all your favourite entertainment things in one incredible space, which is your cruise ship. And you've got the headliners, of course, which is the comedy club. Now, listen, we're going to be cruising out of beautiful Brisbane, Queensland, and a day at sea will see us into Airlie Beach, of course, which is the heart of the reef. And talking of heart reef, you can go out and see it, perhaps a helicopter tour over the reef. That's a bucket list item. And also the Whitsundays. Onto Cairns, which is where you can visit, of course, the Great Barrier Reef, but the Daintree Rainforest and Corundal Railway are right there at your fingertips as well. Onto Port Douglas for its lovely craft markets, its fantastic cable ride, and again, the Whitsundays just around the corner. You've got to snorkel the Barrier Reef if you can. Scenic cruising takes us into lovely Willis Island, which is uninhabited, and you've got the beautiful wildlife. You can spot those lovely penguins and whatnot. And a day at sea then will see us back into Brisbane. You can walk off the ship. You can speak to our team about stays in Brisbane as well. Maybe you're travelling over from Perth or Darwin or somewhere else and you really would love to stay a little bit longer in Queensland. Just speak to the team about that one.
Yeah, absolutely. If you need flights in and out from anywhere else, just give us a call because we can sort that out. Of course, we are a travel agent as well, so we'll do with that as well. So we can sort out flights, we can sort out hotel stays, we can do the whole jolly lot. But let's look at this cruise as it is. It looks immense, doesn't it? 7 fabulous nights. Now that's 7-night cruise, by the way, because everyone has to have their first cruise at some point, and maybe you're at that point and you're like, well, you know what, I've always fancied the idea of a cruise. My sister's always talking about it, people at work are always talking about it, friends are talking about it, and I tell you what, the reason why a lot more people are talking about it is because there's a lot more people doing it, because the value dollar for dollar from staying in a traditional resort and hotel and what you're shelling out for on a daily basis there, the value dollar for dollar for a cruise is actually, you know what, the cruise outweighs the value of a hotel stay like you would not believe because of everything else that's included. Remember, in a hotel, you've got your room and your room, and that's about it. There might be a pool at the hotel, but essentially it's that. Everything else you're paying a premium for, you're paying on top of, aren't you? On a cruise holiday, there's so much included. And we'll talk about what's included in a wee while as well. But let's get to this cruise, because $99 each right now as a deposit will get this booked and sorted and locked in. Make sure you've booked this by the 28th of February. And I can offer you this price tag here, which is absolutely blooming brilliant on a brand new addition to the biggest cruise company there is in the world. $1,195 per person, which is brilliant. And again, you can see that's a very odd price tag because every dollar has been squeezed out of that. And just $99 each today will get that secured for you as a deposit. And remember, exclusively to us here at CruiseAway as well, you are going to get $150 of onboard spend when you book with us, but you must book this by the 28th of February. Now, if you want to upgrade to a higher grade of stateroom or cabin, an ocean view or a balcony, let's have a look at the details there for you. Oh my word, look at that. That's brilliant value for money. As easy as 1, 2, 3 to go up to ocean view. Really, really superb. Balcony's not that far away either, is it really? That's amazing. And remember, you are getting $150 of onboard spend if you book with us by the 28th of February. It's an amazing deal. And remember, if you do have any questions whatsoever, please make sure you speak to our team. It's a toll-free number, 1300 306 134 is brilliant, let me tell you. Just briefly as well, we were talking about what's included on a Carnival cruise like this. Amazing theatre shows, amazing pools for you to enjoy during the day, fantastic activities. Your food is included as well, the main restaurant dining and the buffet dining. A lot of those are included. There are some specialty dining restaurants as well that you'll pay a small cover charge for, but nowhere near what you would spend in the equivalent restaurant back at home. So I tell you what, the value that is in a cruise and the sheer amount of things to do, to be honest with you, when you go to a normal resort holiday, there are lots of times when you're waiting for something to happen. aren't you? You're just like, what shall we do now? Well, we'll just wait until the next exciting thing happens. Well, on a Carnival cruise, you can be doing those exciting things all day and all night, no matter who you've got with you as well. Whether you're 2, 22 or 92, you're like, everyone has something different to do as well. And Carnival themselves, oh my word, they are an amazing cruise line. And right now is the time to book one of these deals while this is going on.
Here at CruiseAway, we've teamed up with Carnival Cruise Line to bring you an exclusive TV offer throughout February. Book any Australia 2023 sailing on board Carnival Splendor from Sydney or Carnival Luminosa from Brisbane, and you'll enjoy the best cruise prices guaranteed. Not only that, but we'll also include free onboard credit for you to spend on the ship, as well as ultra-low deposits so you can secure your holiday today. On sailings with a duration of 3 to 5 days, you'll receive a handy $70 per cabin onboard credit and can book your cruise today for only $5 deposit per person. If your Carnival cruise is 6 days or longer, you'll receive a whopping $150 per cabin and can book today for just a $99 deposit per person. It's exclusive to CruiseAway, so don't miss out. Take advantage of the best prices, free onboard credit and low deposits. You must book your Carnival cruise by the 28th of February to secure this incredible TV exclusive offer.
Do you know what I remembered, Joe, most from, I've done a few Carnival cruises, and I remember actually what happens of an evening as well, because people think quite often, I mean, of an evening when you stay in a traditional hotel, you have to find something to do, don't you? You have to book tickets for a show, or you have to think of a bar to go to or whatever. Like, the choices are quite limited.
You have to actively plan your activities. It takes a bit of brain power.
And you don't know what you fancy.
You don't know what you're going to get sometimes. I mean, I had this experience recently on holiday over in America. I booked a show, well, kind of a show, a comedy thing to see with some friends. Didn't turn out to be the best, and I was responsible for that. So you kind of end up feeling a bit like, oh, well, I've got, you know, we've gone outside, we've gone to this venue. He was all right, but, you know, I didn't really know what to expect. Well, the great thing is on a cruise ship, of course, everything's already, they only have the best. I mean, the people that are on board who are professional dancers and singers and the acts, I mean, these people go around cruise ships globally, so they're the best of the very best. You know you're going to see a great show every time you walk into the theatre on Carnival. And it's a given.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, they are the biggest cruise line in the world. So that carries quite a responsibility on their shoulders, because they have to maintain an excellent reputation as well. And remember, not just here in Australia, but across the world, that reputation has to carry as well. I'm going to tell you a very, very funny story a little bit later on, but I'm going to save it. In the meantime, we're going to talk about getting away for Christmas. And Christmas and Carnival, it's kind of like, Actually, do you remember? Because it's funny, isn't it? As you kind of grow up, Christmas becomes a little more of a burden, doesn't it? Because you start thinking, okay, who's going where and how much have I got to do, and I've got to buy all the food, and I've got to do this, I've got to do that. It's all about things that need doing.
It's pressure that we don't need at the moment. So how about we take that pressure off of your shoulders?
Yes, please.
You could even do this with the whole family, should you want to. You know, or maybe it's a getaway because you're trying to get away from it all, not saying anything. But this is going to be a great way of having somebody else cook your Christmas dinner, somebody else do your Christmas entertainment, somebody else worry about everything, and you just get to kick your shoes off, be sitting on a cabana outside on deck or somewhere luxurious in port and think, yeah, this is how I'm always going to do Christmas from now on, because I certainly would, having been on a cruise at Christmas. It's so easy, honestly. So we are going to be heading off on the Luminosa to the South Pacific for 9 nights from the 17th of December. So that's covering the whole of Christmas, so Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. And we're embarking the Carnival Luminosa in Brisbane for what will be a fabulously fun, festive time away. There she is, the beautiful Luminosa. Now, it also has to be said, you know, when you're on board, you not only do get that lovely, comfortable night's sleep as standard with the beautiful mattresses that you'll enjoy. And the thing is, cruise ships do research and extensive research when it comes to things like creating that sleep environment for you in your stateroom. So you know you're going to have the best of the best, of course. And then when it comes to your daytime activities, you know, there's no little or there's no too much. You can do whatever you feel like. With Carnival, it's all about live music everywhere, all the time. They've always got something going on. There's a great piano bar on board, by the way. They do things like dueling pianos, which are really fun to watch.
Yes,
or piano requests, or rockaroke, where you request a song and you have a live band singing it or a pianist singing it for you. You know, these are all fun activities that you'd probably have to seek out back home and travel to go and see. You know, they're not easily found.
Yeah, it's very true. You're going to do a lot of things on this cruise that you would never do at home, and you're going to see a lot of different things. And also, you're going to see a lot of shows that you're not paying a ticket price for, and they come along as part of the value on your cruise. Now, this footage is just giving you an idea of life on board Carnival, and just the great atmosphere all over the place. Cruising out of Brisbane, couple of days at sea.
Heading into Vanuatu, Port Vila, the capital, which is a beautiful island in Vanuatu. And you're at the National Museum in the Blue Lagoon to go and look at the water there. That's amazing. Onto Mystery Island, which got its name when it was used as an airstrip by the Allies during World War II. Tiny size and remote location. You really are getting away from it all. Before heading into New Caledonia, where you can visit the famous Amity Lighthouse Island or Chibabu Cultural Centre. Now, we have 3 days at sea, which is going to include Christmas Eve and Christmas Day before we disembark in Brisbane on Boxing Day. So it's actually really fun having Christmas Day at sea, I have to be honest, because, you know, sometimes when you're in port, not a lot's open. I think it's great to have it at sea because that's where all the entertainment and fun is going to be happening. And they do Christmas Eve and Christmas Day like nowhere else. What a brilliant trip.
And do you know what? It's a break and it's a holiday. So if you think, actually, do you know what? I'm just going to stay on the ship the whole of the cruise. That's fine. You don't have to. Nobody's ringing on the door at 9 o'clock in the morning saying, right, come on. We're all up, we're all off. No, we're not doing any of that. You do as much or as little as you like on this cruise day by day. You just sit back and, you know, sit up on top deck, and while everyone else is off at port, you get more of the ship to yourself, you know, and you choose what you want to. And although, and Joe said earlier, there is music ringing in the air everywhere on a Carnival cruise. There's such a lovely atmosphere the whole time, but there's also quiet areas where you can go and escape, and you can just be at one, and you can just read your book or just have some quiet time, snooze away on deck in a quiet corner, as I love to do. It's absolutely brilliant. It's really, really good. So although Carnival is all about activity and fun and lots of things going on, it can also be the converse just as easily as well. You can be really, really relaxed. Right, okay, let me show you an amazing price tag. Now, you know how much you spend over Christmas just in food and stuff and whatever. So how about getting away from all of that right now? Let me give you an amazing price tag. Remember, this is 9 nights and it's covering Christmas as well for you. We're looking at $1,675 per person. Again, it's an odd price as well, isn't it? You know, usually everything ends with 99, doesn't it? But we have absolutely squeezed every dollar of value into that price tag for you, which is why it looks like an odd number. And even odder, if you book this by the 28th of February, not only can you put a $99 each deposit down on it, but you will get 150 Oz dollars back in onboard credit for you to spend on board the ship as well, which is brilliant. So lots of treats for you and the other half. Maybe a last-minute Christmas present in the shops on board. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that could help for that one. It's an amazing deal. And listen, if you want to upgrade your cabin on board Luminosa, let's have a look at the details for that as well. So $200 more to go up to Ocean View. You've got your prices there for balcony and suite as well. Remember, to get the onboard credit and the low deposit opportunity, you need to book this by the 28th of February. But I tell you what, I think we could make that decision quite easily. Do you know what I mean? It's a really, really nice one. Getting away at Christmas time is a lovely thing to do. Like you say, you're not doing the cooking, you're not doing the stressing. And the point you made on family, you know, sometimes it's lovely to spend time with your family, but sometimes, and you know, I say this with the greatest love in the world, but they say, and it's a well-worn phrase, but it's true, you can't choose your own family. And sometimes it's quite nice to choose to actually, you know, sort of you know, head off in a different direction, he says very diplomatically. Right, okay, listen, if you've never been on a cruise holiday before, you have no idea what you're missing out on. So I want to just focus your attention for a second on this so you can see just all the wonders that a cruise holiday gives you.
When you choose to cruise, you'll experience one of the best value holidays with so much included as standard. Your floating resort will take you to multiple destinations in one trip, where you'll wake up to a new view every day and only have to unpack once. Your en-suite accommodation will have everything you need to feel right at home, with a daily service provided by your personal cabin steward. Around the ship, you'll have the opportunity to take part in various activities, which can include quizzes, dance classes, game shows, movie screenings, lectures, and much more. If that sounds too much, then feel free to relax, unwind, and watch the world go by in a solarium or around one of the pools, or even in a hot tub. If you're cruising with a family, then the little ones will be well taken care of, with a range of kids clubs available for all ages from morning till late. Plus, no matter the age, everyone can have a thrilling time with rock climbing walls, zip lines, water parks, skating, simulators, and even bumper cars. When it comes to food, you'll never go hungry on a cruise, with options available right around the clock. Enjoy fine dining with waiter service in one of the main restaurants, or opt for something more casual in the self-service buffet. There's also snacks and room service available too. And as the sun goes down, that's when the ship really comes to life. Every evening, you'll be spoilt for choice when it comes to entertainment, from Broadway-style shows in the lavish theatre to live music, comedy, karaoke, silent discos, as well as onboard nightclubs, allowing you to dance the night away. So, if you want more holiday for less dollar, make sure you choose to cruise.
Well, I want more holiday for less dollar, and I know the best way to do it is by taking a cruise, without a shadow of a doubt.
Definitely. It's funny that that we just heard mention, and we just saw some of the nightclubs on there. That was my funny story. It was my first Carnival cruise, and I was a bit giddy the first time I'd ever been on a Carnival cruise. So I thought, you know what, I am going to check out the nightclub, and I should have known better, because I'm not in my 20s anymore.
You're only just out of your 20s.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Plus a little bit of tax. But yeah, went to the nightclub with some colleagues on the very, very first night of the cruise, and I just thought, actually, we'll just check it out, and that turned into I can't remember what time AM, but it was daylight again by the time.
Oh, Mr. P's backing that one up as well. I thought
our
he'd be involved.
Was there. But actually, I can't even blame him, because he wasn't,
Do you know what, Derek? Don't worry. I've got some similar stories from working on board Carnival, because that's the thing. Like we said, the energy, the fun is infectious. And they do have their disco, their nightclub is open till all hours.
That's
which you won't find that on many ships these days. But it's there for you. It's that you're not forced to go out to the nightclub. But guess what? If drinks and dinner turns into a later night, and you want a bit of a boogie, it's great. You can go up there. They'll have things like 70s and 80s night. They'll have all your favourite songs from whatever era, because they're always diversifying, and they'll have a live DJ. So that option is there for you. And it might be a bit of a party cruise with the friends. It might be a bit of a reunion that you're heading off on. And this is the kind of ship to be doing it on, because they are known as the fun ships for a reason.
Yeah, and I've just remembered they do a rather lovely late breakfast, which is really good. Anyway, listen, enough of my
Don't. Now all I'm thinking about is like avocado on toast, eggs Benedict, and all of that stuff.
The thing is, when the cruise is so much fun, you actually don't want to sleep. You don't want to miss anything. That's the great thing. Anyway, listen, we've got 3 more deals that are coming your way, and we are switching ships now to the Carnival Splendor, who is going to be sailing year-round from Sydney. Again, the same amazing fun, the same amazing talent, and the investment in things like technology and and the entertainment. The entertainment shows are not just people on a stage anymore. Oh my word! Entertainment on cruise ships has changed so massively.
I mean, and they're very Vegas style, the shows too. So they're all singing, all dancing, fun with that production value level that you'd expect from a big Vegas show. They're great, really, really entertaining. And you also have, you'll have something different every single night. You'll have, some of the best comedians coming on board from around the world, not just from Australia, but of course they'll use a lot of local talent too, with it being year-round in Sydney. So that's great to know. So let's talk about this adventure for you, where you're going to be heading off on the Carnival Splendor for 10 nights. The spectacular Great Barrier Reef. This is leaving on the 2nd of May, so not long to wait at all. And you'll embark the Splendor in Sydney for a fantastic time at sea. Now, if you're heading off from Melbourne or Brisbane, it's getting a lot cooler, because it will be in May, of course. How lovely to head up to Sydney and head on to the tropics of the Great Barrier Reef. So it's a great time to get away. And this is everything you have to look forward to on board the fantastic Carnival Splendor. You've got the El Morocco Lounge, which hosts comedy shows and musical performances, and it also has your karaoke. So if you're a bit of a karaoke fan, this is probably where we might find you every single night, and I wouldn't blame you, because if you love it, right? You've got the onboard jazz club as well, the Cool, which says it all really without saying a word, doesn't it? So great jazz musicians that they employ to just be there all the time. They're top of their game, these people. They're brilliant. And then you have the Fahrenheit 555, the Carnival Waterworks, which with its all new Green Lightning Thrill Slide. I know it's all about the thrills and chills on Carnival. It's about the excitement, and it's certainly about having fun, because these are the fun ships at the end of the day.
Honestly, they're brilliant. And when it comes, we just saw a lot of the restaurants there, I know, as well. And you mentioned Fahrenheit 555, and that's where literally they will bring the selection of steaks to you. You choose your steak and you watch it on the grill as well. It's a specialty dining restaurant, so you pay an extra cover charge for that, but it's well worth it, let me tell you. And it's got a comedy club on board as well. It's brilliant.
It does, punchliners. Right, we're heading off on the 2nd of May 2023, and your first port of call is going to be Tangalooma, Moreton Island, Queensland, for the aquatic marine cruise you can do, or the sea scooter safari. We're on to Ellie Beach, which is gateway to the incredible reef and Whitsundays, and a helicopter over a reef or a glass bottom boat or kayak would be a spectacular experience. On to Cairns, where you can see so much, including the Daintree Rainforest, Currandarawe and Cape Captivation, or of course more of the reef, and who could blame you? Gorgeous wildlife here. On to Port Douglas. Love Port Douglas. It's such a chilled out port. There's great shopping there, lovely markets, or perhaps the cultural park, seeing Aboriginal artefacts. On to Willis Island for some scenic cruising in this uninhabited paradise. You might spot the little itty bitty penguins or more incredible marine life as you're sailing around. Now, a couple of days at sea will see us back into Sydney after this fantastic little trip, and of course this is going to be 10 nights for you, and we have some great extra additional offers to sweeten the deal even more that Carnival's offering for you, since they're going to be docked year-round in Sydney on the Splendor.
Oh, it's brilliant, honestly, and you will love it. And whether you are talking about a family group, so you've got the children with their children, you're going to absolutely love Carnival, let me tell you, because the water parks, you'll never get them away from the water parks and the kids clubs that they've got, all different kids clubs as well, so different age groups, different clubs, which is really, really good. But if it's just you two as a couple, the most amazing atmosphere, let me tell you, and so many choices of an evening for things to do as well. And as we already demonstrated, you can go long into the night as well. Now, this is coming up soon, but you can put a low deposit down on this one if you get cracking on this one and call as quickly as you can. $99 each right now will get this secured. The price tag for it is immense, let me tell you. 10 nights of Carnival cruising. You'll never ever work out how you manage to pay so little for so much, because there's so much on the go all day, every night, every day. So we're looking at $1,209 per person. Remember, book this by the 28th of February to get the low deposit opportunity and 150 Australian dollars onboard credit. Now that's brilliant. So when you get on board, your onboard account for buying drinks or pamper treatments or whatever it might be will already be charged up with 150 Australian dollars already, exclusively from us here at CruiseAway. So the sooner you book, the better it is. It's as simple as that. Let's have a look at the upgrades as well. So if you want to go from inside to ocean view to balcony, or even up to a suite on this one, you've got your prices on screen there. It's incredible, and honestly, if you've never taken a cruise holiday, this is a perfect duration as well. Remember, it's to and from Sydney on this one, so if you need help with flights to and from Sydney, talk to the team, we can make that happen. Not a problem whatsoever. And really amazing to get the onboard credit as well. You get very few opportunities to get an onboard spend, which is really good. Remember, it's 150 Australian dollars if you book this by the 28th of February. It is an amazing offer and you should take it up, honestly, because if you've never taken a Carnival cruise, you will come back from it and you will say, I'm so glad I did that. It kind of, as Joe said before, it kind of takes you out of your own comfort zone a little bit. You know, you might find yourself just simply by osmosis becoming part of things that you would never ordinarily do. I remember I've never ever danced the conga, I don't think, before a Carnival cruise. Certainly not around a pool deck on a cruise ship with literally hundreds of people. It was incredible and I loved it, and I'm just so glad. I'm not the kind of person who would do that normally, but I'm so glad that I did it because it's something that's there forever, which I love. And listen, if you are looking for a great value, great fun holiday, then now is very much the time to come and book it with us here at CruiseAway.
Here at CruiseAway, we've teamed up with Carnival Cruise Line to bring you an exclusive TV offer throughout February. Book any Australia 2023 sailing on board Carnival Splendor from Sydney or Carnival Luminosa from Brisbane, and you'll enjoy the best cruise prices guaranteed. Not only that, but we'll also include free onboard credit for you to spend on the ship, as well as ultra-low deposits so you can secure your holiday today. On sailings with a duration of 3 to 5 days, you'll receive a handy $70 per cabin onboard credit and can book your cruise today for only $5 deposit per person. If your Carnival cruise is 6 days or longer, you'll receive a whopping $150 per cabin and can book today for just a $99 deposit per person. It's exclusive to CruiseAway, so don't miss out. Take advantage of the best prices, free onboard credit and low deposits. You must book your Carnival cruise by the 28th of February to secure this incredible TV exclusive offer.
Well, Derek, I can't believe that you managed to get to the stage in your life you had without dancing the conga already before you went on Carnival only a few years ago. Because I mean,
embarrassed to even think about it.
No,
luckily,
no, don't be embarrassed.
Luckily, it wasn't captured. I mean, I spent many years as a DJ, so I'd be the one initiating the conga and getting it happening.
How did you not
being part of it.
Oh dear.
But I loved it, seriously. And the memory is absolutely there. And there are so many memories from the Carnival cruises that I've taken. Hopefully we'll get time to share more of them a little bit later on. But
more
as you saw there,
in your future, I see.
Oh yeah,
Many
definitely.
More congas in your future.
Life in the old dog yet. Right, let's take us 12-night Splendor cruise now, he says, tactfully changing the subject back to cruising, or back to your offers. South Pacific and Fiji this time. So we're going 16th of July, so a fabulous winter getaway to the sun.
Ooh,
of course,
lovely.
we board Splendor in Sydney, and that's where the fun begins. Now, this footage is just going to give you a little bit of a flavour of life on board Carnival in general, but it really is just a good time. It's a fun time. You are going to love it. The waterworks that actually, you know, kids of all ages will enjoy. I remember doing some filming on one of the waterworks under the drench buckets, and they're really fun.
They're really fun. They're like a giant board game almost, like a giant game of mousetrap.
Like mousetrap, yeah, you're right.
But what you saw just there as well, footage, you can have breakfast in bed. Like literally every day you can have breakfast in bed if you want. You just leave your little card outside your stateroom door. They deliver it to you. How brilliant is that?
I know.
But of course, if you want more diverse options, you can head up to the Lido deck or go to the dining room to eat. There's a fully fully stocked spa, by the way, and they have a lovely sort of thermal suite as well you can get a pass to. So if you've been out sightseeing through the day, maybe seeing some culture in one of the ports of call, you can go and relax in the spa. You might want to head onto the treadmills, do a little bit of a workout if that's your thing as well, or maybe working out for you is going to be on the dance floor, boogieing the night away, or participating in the show. Who knows, because they like to get people up on stage, just saying.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing actually, that even the shows, you know, you get to be part of those as well, because they're stand-up and join-in kind of shows as well, which I think is really, really lovely. You've got dive-in movies as well up on the top deck,
oh yeah,
which
that's
is
brilliant.
lovely to
just
do.
Enjoying the tropical breeze and then just, you know, watching a lovely movie. We're cruising out of Sydney, and our first port of call is going to be New Caledonia, where you can visit the Gibao Cultural Centre or head to the aquarium, which is a beautiful way of seeing the marine life. Onto Mystery Island, really incredible uninhibited island. It's a tiny little island with crystal clear waters and beautiful reef surrounded by fine white sand. Onto Port Denaru, which is a great gateway to visit the Town Cave and zip line, which you go right through the jungle. That is incredible. Then we're on to Dravuni Island. Again, all of these islands are just phenomenal for marine life. If you're a snorkeler or a diver, or maybe you've never done it before, this is the time to start, because you ain't ever seen marine life quite like this. Then we're back into Nume, which is great because if you haven't already done the Amity Lighthouse Island, then you can do it on this trip. Take a glass bottom boat perhaps, or a little touch of snorkeling. Maybe you're going to do your PADI certificate on this trip, who knows. Then we're back into Sydney, Australia, where you'll disembark after this wonderful winter sun adventure.
This is amazing. Do you know, I would love to conquer my not a fear necessarily, but you know, the whole snorkeling thing and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
I really want to do that. I really want to do that.
You've got to break the seal on it. That's all I'll say with that kind of thing.
Okay.
You've got to, the first time you do it, you'll be like, wow, I've missed out. I've massively missed out, and that's all I'll say, because after that you'll want to discover and explore everything the world has to offer in regards to marine life. I mean, I really think you've got to do it, Derek.
Yeah,
for sure.
Think one day, certainly soon, hopefully. Right, okay, now this is going to be an incredible adventure for you, and of course we've got an amazing price because we've got exclusivity here as well to some amazing deals. We've unlocked we've opened the book of discounts, if you like, and I tell you what, we really have squeezed every dollar out of the price that we possibly can. So we can offer you, because this comes up in July, $99 each as a deposit today gets it secured, and your price tag on this one. And I love just how exotic the destinations sound as well. They sound really, really amazing. Look at that, $1,419 each right now. Plus, remember, exclusively from us here at CruiseAway, 150 Australian dollars onboard credit if you book this by the 28th of February. I tell you what, the offers, they are just flying at you right now. You want to reach out, catch them, grab them by calling this number here, 1300 306 134. Let's have a look at the upgrade prices on board as well. On board the Carnival Splendor, remember, you're on board for 12 nights. You've got a low deposit opportunity there. You've got the onboard spend if you book this by the 28th of February. It is really, really good. It's the time to explore as well. Remember, we are still making up for lost travel time right now. So do it, enjoy it. Do a cruise where you get that massive variety of travel as well. It's not like we're just going to one place and sitting on one beach, or, you know, staying in one hotel. You've got something really fun going on right the way through your cruise as well. You are going to love it. 1300 306 134 is our telephone number. Our team are always here for you to talk to. And of course, if you're looking for inspiration for cruise holidays, get your gadget, get your laptop, get your computer and go here.
When you log on to cruiseaway.com.au, you're opening up the virtual brochure on over 9,000 cruise holidays. If you've seen a cruise on TV, just search the cruise ID here to find out more details, upgrade options, and to book online. If you're looking for inspiration, you can search by destination, departure port, cruise line, cruise ship, or cruise style. Plus, we've got an incredible selection of last-minute deals, all-inclusive cruises, and early bird specials you can't afford to miss. Log on now to cruiseaway.com.au. Your next dream holiday is only a click away.
So good as well. I mean, honestly, you have a little look through the website and you're like, oh my word, I want that one, and I want that one, and I want that one, I want that one. And that's why what we've done on this show is rather than say, here are all the cruise lines and lots of different ideas. Here's one cruise line and some really, really special offers, because sometimes you need focusing to make the decision sometimes, don't you? Because you can see so much. You kind of go holiday blind, don't you, a little bit, and you don't know, so you don't make a decision at all. Whereas a show like this can say, well, you know what? Okay, we've got a little bit of time pressure to get them booked by the end of February, but what comes back to you is low deposit opportunities and some all-important onboard spend.
Onboard spend.
Which is really good.
Onboard moolah, there we go. This is the lovely thing, and it's, like you said, you focus, you're able to focus and kind of hone in on these deals with the show we're offering with Carnival. And because the pricing is so good, this might be an extra little add-on holiday for you. You know, we've got those big grand voyages also available, you know, across the board at CruiseAway. But
we'll fill in the gaps.
Yeah, these prices are just so phenomenal. It might be that this is going to be that family get-together holiday, and then you'll do another one further afield. So just some food for thought there.
Yes.
We have another great one coming up for you, and it's 10 nights taking in the best of New Zealand on the 11th of November. We're going to be embarking at the Carnival Splendor in Sydney, where it's ported all year round, and the fun is switched on to the max. It absolutely is. Full throttle to the max on the fun ship. They're called the fun ships for a reason. It really is all about fun, adventure, excitement, and that Carnival atmosphere from deck to deck, from venue to venue, day to day on Carnival. And there's constantly live music around the ship and events. There's pop-up performances, there's game shows, quizzes, bingo, there's things for the kids, there's incredible spa. If you want to get away from it all and you want somewhere really relaxing, like a little sanctuary, there is actually the sanctuary adults only deck as well.
Oh yeah, and honestly, let's just talk about that for a second, because Serenity is the name of the area, and it's got these great big oversized cabanas and lounges. It's a quiet area, so you could just go and put your own headphones and your own music in, or you could just sit there and just relax, soak in the sun, meditate, do whatever you want to. Maybe it's just you and your other half. Maybe it's just you on your own, and you just want to get away from everything else.
You might be looking at this and thinking, well, do you know what, Joe and Derek, Carnival, I don't know if it's my thing. The prices are really good, but I don't know if it's my thing. Well, guess what? I think you'd be surprised when you get on board, because you've got, like we said, got the Serenity, you've got the adults only deck there, which you can head on over to, and you might find that you love some of the fun activities. So give it a go, because the prices are brilliant. We're cruising out of Sydney, and we are heading after 3 days at sea to Wellington, New Zealand. Of course, Wellington is known for the Te Papa Museum and the Weta Caves. Then we're on to Christchurch for the crater rim views. Now, New Zealand is a group of very geothermal islands, so you've got the incredible natural volcanic soil and the volcanic activities. Dunedin then for the Lanark Castle and the little penguins that you can visit. But let's not forget, you have places like Rotorua, which aren't too far away either to visit. Fiordland National Park is where we're heading to next, where you'll see the iconic Milford Sound right there, Dusty Sound. It's beautiful to watch these fjords in action, and some of them are a 40-50 kilometre length. But the lush, rich greenery, the scenery, I mean, it's just a really special place of the world. And then we have a couple of days and we're back into Sydney, Australia, after exploring all that New Zealand has to offer.
This is really amazing, actually, and this one is a really good opportunity, because that's that little bit further out. It's in November, to take advantage of that low deposit opportunity. Just $99 each today. To know that you're going on this 10 nights in November is brilliant, because we're going to lock in such a value price tag, and we're going to give you some onboard spend as well. Now, this number, when it comes up on the screen, it just looks so odd as the price for anything, and it's because so many dollars have been squeezed out. Look at this. I don't think I've ever seen a price so odd for a cruise ever. 1313 is a really clunky number, but it's because that was a much higher number and lots of dollars have been squeezed out to give you a brilliant price tag there. Now, you can put a $99 deposit down right now to make that happen, to secure and lock in that deal. And bear in mind, it's worth doing and booking by the 28th of February because 150 Australian dollars is coming back your way in onboard credit. So when you go on your cruise, you know, you'll have forgotten this by the time you go on the cruise, but by the time you arrive on the cruise, when you've got your cruise card and it's there and you check the account, hang on a minute, it's in credit already. I haven't loaded it with money. We did for you because you booked it with an exclusive rate with us here at CruiseAway. Let's get all of your details as well, because if you want to upgrade, we've just got the ocean view on this one. Looks like the balconies have already gone on this one. It's a really, really popular opportunity. See, that's how popular Carnival is. It's incredible. Remember that TV exclusive with the extra $150 of onboard credit is valid only until the 28th of February. So take advantage as quickly as you possibly can. Do not waste a second. 1300 306 134 is your telephone number, toll free. And if you want to look at the other itineraries, because there are many more, then just go and have a look on the website, cruiseaway.com.au. Now, we've taken in a lot of information over the last 60 minutes, and maybe you've only just joined us. So we are going to take a little look back through everything and all the deals that we've seen in the show. And here's Andy with the reminder.
Our first set of offers took you on board Carnival Luminosa, who is sailing year-round from Brisbane. On the 19th of November, you could be on board to discover the best of Papua New Guinea, including the Conflict Islands, Alatau, Rabaul and Kirawina. It's an incredible price for 11 nights of fun cruising with Carnival. If the Great Barrier Reef is on your bucket list, then our second offer is the one for you. Departing on the 15th of October, you'll visit Airlie Beach, Cairns, Port Douglas and enjoy scenic cruising around Willis Island. A fabulous week with Carnival at an unmissable price. Or, if you're looking to get away this Christmas, then our third offer should grab your attention. Departing on the 17th of December, you'll be on board for 9 nights cruising the South Pacific with calls into Port Vila, Mystery Island and Namia. A festive getaway for an unbeatable price. And remember, you can book any of these offers today for an exclusive low deposit of only $99 per person. Plus, you'll receive $150 per cabin on-board credit. Don't miss out. Now, if you're looking to cruise from Sydney, then our second set of offers that took you on board Carnival Splendor have got you covered. Enjoy 10 nights discovering the Great Barrier Reef, including calls into Tangalooma, Moreton Island, Airlie Beach, Cairns, Port Douglas and scenic cruising around Willis Island. This offer departs in just a few months on the 2nd of May and is exceptional value with the price on screen right now. If you want to escape the winter blues, then how about a cruise to New Caledonia and Fiji? Departing on the 16th of July, you'll visit Namia, Mystery Island, Port Denarau and Ravuni Island. 12 amazing nights of fun cruising some of the best sunshine destinations. Don't miss out. Or why not experience the best of New Zealand with our final offer? It departs on the 11th of November for 10 nights, taking in Wellington, Christchurch, Dunedin, as well as scenic cruising through Fiordland National Park. It's amazing value for money, as are all of these offers, which you can book today for just a $99 deposit per person. And don't forget that exclusive onboard credit. You'll receive $150 per cabin to spend on the ship. But you must book your Carnival cruise with CruiseAway before the 28th of February. Happy cruising!
Oh, I tell you what, you will be nothing but. So take advantage of those offers. Remember, they're all valid through to the 28th of February, so well worth doing. Now, before we leave, because we're about to run out of time, let's go back on board and just show you a picture of life on board with Carnival. So it is fantastic atmosphere on board.
From the minute you get on,
yes,
you feel like you're part of something.
That's true.
You really do.
You never want to be in your stateroom, let me tell you. You want to be part of what is going on. And listen, there are nice little quiet bolt holes, but if you're going away as a family, You want things that are going on all of the time. You want interactive game shows, which are brilliant fun, whether you're a contestant or whether you're just watching.
It's so fun watching people as well, I think. In this kind
and
of
things like the
environment.
comedy clubs as well. You know, you're not having to
punchliners.
pay to get in. You are enjoying a night of comedy, something different. You said it perfectly earlier in the show when you said, you know, Carnival might take you slightly out of your comfort zone, but in a very positive way.
Yeah, in a very positive way. And, you know, we're bringing the joy of Carnival to Australia with these adventures. You know, 2 ships docked out of Brisbane and Sydney. Super easy for you, loads of great itineraries. I love that this iconic cruise line is now going to be based here in Australia year round. It just offers so many of us that opportunity to enjoy the flavour of Carnival without having to fly anywhere, because you know you're getting on board in Australia. Yes, you may have to take a wee trip if you're based down south or even over on the west coast, but still much easier than flying all the way to the States to grab a Carnival vessel, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, we can help you with that as well. Listen, if you've never taken a cruise holiday either, please speak to people around you, friends, family, colleagues, whoever it might be, and just hear the stories and then hear why you should be doing it as well, because it is such a way to holiday. It really is. Thanks for your company. Stay right where you are, because we've got many more adventures on the way soon. Bye-bye.
Get booking.